Well, what do you take away from your first experience in an NHL camp?
Yeah, it's hard. It's a very humbling week, but it was good. Like I really enjoyed my time. Thought I got more comfortable as I went in, and I thought I got better as I got in too. So really happy with the time here. I'm glad I could get out of a hotel now and sleep in my own bed, which is fun. But I'm super excited to go back.
From an on-ice perspective, where do you feel like you need to make the biggest strides in order to compete for a spot again next year?
I'm looking forward to a full year of time ahead of me, and obviously getting stronger and bigger. I mean, this summer I didn't really have too much time to do all that, but I thought my gaps were good, and my stick work was good. I just think I need to be more physical down low, especially in the box out area, and then coming back with some more confidence. I think I lacked confidence throughout the week, and it's tough because you're playing against such good players, but I think another year of development will be good.
When you say it was a humbling week, like what are some of the things that go into that?
When you play against such high caliber players and you practice with all the pros, I mean, you kind of see their habits and the things they do daily, and really impressive. You kind of understand how good these players are, and how far away you are. So I think I got a long ways to go, and I'm excited.
Do you feel like when you got here, like did it kind of snowball where the first day you're like, holy smokes, like how did it progress throughout the camp?
Yeah, I think it was kind of like one of those things where you don't really know what it's like to kind of skate with Jonathan Huberdeau and the Kadris and the Backlund. So you get on the ice with those guys and you're a little starstruck for sure, and it's something you've never done before. I mean, summer skates are completely different from seeing these guys go hard every day at practice. So really humbling to be around these guys, and you see how tough of a league it is to crack. But I'm excited to try and crack next year.
You've talked about it being humbling, but I mean there must have been positives as well. What were some of the things that you got out there and felt like, okay, cool, I can do this?
Yeah, I thought I gapped well. Like I thought my skating was really good. I thought it took me a little bit to adjust to the less time you have compared to junior, but I thought I got comfortable as I went. Like I think my first practice wasn't great, but every day after that I got a little bit better. So pretty happy with how it progressed, and another year of development and coming back with the mindset of making this team will be pretty fun.
You mentioned the summer. I mean, it must have been a super exciting summer and an amazing summer you'll remember forever. But in terms of getting your body ready for your first NHL training camp, it must have been challenging. Eh?
Yeah, still some bumps and bruises that I'm still working through, and those will, some time off will kind of help there. But in the summer when you don't got much time off and you're always go, it's tough. It's tough on the mind. It's tough on the body, and you kind of get drained out a little bit. But it's a lifestyle you choose, and the lifestyle I love. So the busier I'm staying, the happier I am.
Zane, use a baseball analogy. You're a guy who's hit plenty of home runs in your career, but I know one of the messages here was you can't do it every time you're at the plate. Is that something you'll take back to junior with you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think at junior I could dominate to a completely different extent here. I mean, I'm not the guy that's going to step in at 18 and dominate every shift, but at junior in my third year, I'll be able to kind of take over shifts and help take our team over the top again. So two completely different things. I think I learned that I got to keep myself honest when I'm here, and in terms of gaps, and I thought I got better with it just because you can't kind of cheat the game the same way you can kind of take a couple strides off in junior. You can't do that here. So I think there's an aspect of where you're trying to play safe when you're making plays here, and you're not trying to do something cool every time you touch the puck, but there's definitely a time and a place for that.
Is that conversation when you sit down with Connie and Huska and that, like, is that generally a really positive conversation behind closed doors?
In terms of my exit meeting?
Yeah, the exit meeting, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I think they're really excited for what the future holds. And I don't think I had the best camp, and I think I could have gave more, but I thought I thought it was all positive from them. I mean, they were really happy with me, and I'm pretty hard on myself, so I kind of always give myself a little bit of crap there. But they were super happy with how the camp went, and they saw I got more comfortable as I went, and I think they were really happy with the 2 exhibition games I played.
Are you able to look at guys like Sam Honzek, who he said something very similar at the end of sort of camp last year, but okay, wow, this is a big jump, and then it comes back this year and has such a good camp. Are you able to look at those other guys, maybe a year or two ahead of you in the system, and take some encouragement?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Hansi's 20-year-old now, so but I had dinner with him last night, and we were kind of talking about how much more comfortable he feels, and how good he looked out there. So a player that has dealt with a lot over the last year and a half, and but he's starting to prove people wrong, a lot of people wrong, and he kind of just told me how your second time around you kind of understand what you're getting into, and I really didn't understand what I was getting into, and but that's an okay thing. It's a really good learning experience for me, and I think next year I'll know what to expect finally, and have a better camp.
Zane, you talked earlier about telling the fans pump the brakes. I'm not going to come in at 18 and light it up. In terms of the expectations or social media hype, like stuff that comes with being a first round pick. What did you learn during this whole months-long process over here?
Well, I mean, I don't look at it. I try not to. I delete Twitter for a good reason, and I stay off of the social media that has anything to do with hockey but I keep up with it. I like to watch clips of other players and see what they're doing, but I'm not really comparing myself to anyone else. I'm just trying to be the best player I can be and go from there. I wouldn't take criticism from someone I wouldn't ask advice from, and at the end of the day, I'm still a kid and still trying to learn as I go.
How quickly does the flip switch for you to kind of being excited for what could be a pretty fun season in the juniors?
Yeah, I got big expectations for myself in my third year, and we're gonna have a good team coming back. So, I think I'm just gonna try and do as well as I can and have fun. Hopefully, I get to play tomorrow. But a couple days off won't hurt either. But really excited to get back and see what I can do.
What's on the checklist for you developmentally and maybe just personally when you get back to junior?
I think I kind of understanding the daily in and outs of being a pro and kind of just bringing that back to junior. Didn't work out as much as I wanted to last year, and this year will be a different story. I think the staff here in terms of off ice training has been unreal, and they're going to create a good plan that I'll trust. So going to take that back and work really hard. Going to be the hardest working guy in practice and get ready for next camp.